get it, y'all. It's another day, another opportunity, man. You already know. Let's make it count. Let's make it happen. Let's make your presence felt out here today, man. Let's have a positive impact on somebody day to day. Listen, you already know it's your boy Keith, man. It's another episode of Breaking Bread, and I got a special guest today, the owner of Expect Lace, the premier lingerie shop, Miss Shaw Lewis.
My name is Shaw Lewis, owner of Expect Lace, a luxury lingerie store in Manioc. We are a high-end lingerie store that specializes in bra fittings, and we carry sizes 38 to 42J.
Breaking Bread, episode 4, the meat and potatoes.
Ah, man, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I know y'all sitting like, well, what is Keith doing in a lingerie shop? Like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, it don't matter. I'm still here to break bread. You know, you got a story to tell. I'm sure you got gems you can share with other people out here who have, you know, aspirations of being business owners and, you know, powerful women in business and all that good stuff. So that's dope. First and foremost, why lingerie?
Ooh, lingerie. So I've been in high-end retail for about 15 years.
Okay.
On and off lingerie as well, and it's one of those things that never left me. So a lot of the lingerie stores I worked at, they stopped at a size double D or triple D, and I knew that it was more out there. So I said, we carry sizes 42J, and that's what I'm passionate about, being able to fit women from all different shapes and sizes. So to carry 38 or 42J is a huge investment financially, because you're carrying so many different size combinations, but that's what I'm passionate about. That's what excites me.
I love that, because what you did was you thought about the forgotten people, basically, almost. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I talk about with Team Ghostly, is the people who feel like ghosts of the world, feel like, you know, nobody's care for what they have to offer, or, you know, the needs that they have. And that's exactly what it sounded like you did, man, just trying to touch into another audience that, you know, a lot of people are probably, you know, scared to really try to get into that. Yeah. So that's dope. Like, now for me and for other men, you know, we know when we think lingerie, we think, okay, our woman is, you know, that she's gonna come to bed with lingerie on. But what does it do for women? Because there are also women out here who just wear lingerie, get nice and all that, just to go to bed by themselves. So, like, what does it? Does it give them like a confidence? Or something?
They should. It does give you a certain level of confidence as a woman. It's just like you leave work and you want to settle down, and you go home and you have your glass of wine. Lingerie does that for most women. You know, like we beat our face, we curl our hair, and then we put on some nice lingerie. It's like one of the best feelings ever. So I'm trying to get women to feel more comfortable with doing it for themselves, and not feel the need to do it for men.
Absolutely, that's key. That's major key. I like that. Because everybody feel like they got to do something for other people. Like people, as far as taking care of yourself, your parents and all that, like, it's like people want to start trying to take it more serious because they know somebody's looking at them or watching them. But in all reality, you should already, you know, be in that mindset.
Well, it all takes time, though. You know, I remember at one point I was measured a 38. See, I was wearing the wrong size for a long time, and it wasn't until I was fit properly, it literally changed my world. It was like, once you start, you can't go back. But it does take women some time to get to that point. And it's the same way with men too. Yeah. So
things, for sure.
Yeah, we carry men's boxer briefs too. So the same way women want to feel good, men should feel the same way. And they don't have to do it because they have a girlfriend now or a wife. But it takes time to get to that point, I would say. So there's no pressure here. I get it. I have women that are a little embarrassed sometimes about the bra that they come in with. We've all been there at some point.
Right. I love that. I love the fact that, see, and this is why I wanted to come here. You know what I mean? And though it's a lingerie shop, it's a story behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a story behind what you're doing. It's a passion that you have for that, which I never knew until right now what that actual passion was. So that's dope, man. That's amazing. Now, being a woman in business is not easy.
It's not.
Now, not only are you a woman entrepreneur, but you have your own storefront. You know what I mean? So it's other things that I know go into that. Was it hard?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be easy.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think I would have wanted it so much if I thought it was going to be easy.
Right.
I'm a risk taker all the way. I've always been. When I say I've been in retail for 15 years, I couldn't really hold a job down because this is what I wanted, you know. So I always would reach a glass ceiling with any job I ever had, but it's not easy.
Right,
I have moments I wake up and I'm like, I can't do this, or why did I do this? But I do remember feeling the same way when I had a job. You know, so the stress I have now, I had working for someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's things that I didn't factor in before I opened the store, and things that people told me. You know, having the overhead costs, it could be stressful. It could be a lot. It's a lot of pressure, and you're thinking rent. You're only thinking rent.
And you're not,
when you have the
cheap
store,
neighborhood either.
Yeah, when you have a store. And when they say overhead, you have to factor in your employees. You have to factor in the electric bill. You have to factor in the water bill. So it's all of those things, but it shouldn't scare you. It should. I mean, it's scary, but it shouldn't stop you. I should say. It shouldn't stop you because you'll find a way.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's something I try to preach to people every day. It's just getting through the fire, getting through the struggle that's gonna come, because it's gonna come. I don't care what you are, who you are, what you doing. What you trying to accomplish, the struggle is gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to take the good with the bad. So that you kept going though.
Yeah.
You kept going.
I think you get to a certain point, and I tell people this all the time. You get to a point where you just gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like your life literally chases you, and you take a leap and a jump when you feel like you can't keep running anymore. Like you just end up doing it, and that's what I did. I tried to start a business in 2011. I moved to Atlanta to open a sunglass boutique.
Okay.
And I moved there, and I blew through my money, and I had to start all over. But you learn along the way.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you want this so bad, and you're willing to make the sacrifices, and you're willing to take the risk.
Right.
So no, it's not easy, and you don't make money overnight. And May 4th made a year that I've been open.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. The 1 year anniversary that just passed for the store. You know,
amazing.
through all the struggle, through all the stress, the worries, you made it through a whole year.
And it flew by, but it was one hell of a year. When I say the sacrifices I had to make, but I wouldn't change it for anything. You have to be willing to make those sacrifices.
Absolutely. And it's with anything that you want to do, anything that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Now, you know, this was your passion. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like I tell people all the time, if you start something and then you wind up like quitting or just chalking it, you wasn't really passionate about it, if you ask me. And I say that because, like, think about like just bad habits that people have, right? That they love that bad habit. They always go back to it. It's a habit because they're passionate about doing it. You know what I mean? If it's something that you have a different ulterior motive, like for instance, if your whole store was just, if this whole thing that you were trying to do was about one thing, like let's just say money. Let's just say it was just about money. And you wasn't seeing a certain amount of dollars and a certain amount of span of time, you might be like, all right, you know what? This ain't working.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I was just telling my friend about a fit-in I had last week, and my customer came in to pick up her bras today. And this morning I woke up feeling like I couldn't do it anymore, or why did I open this store? But to see her reaction when she tried on her bras, it was like, okay, this is why I did this.
Yeah, it was like a reminder.
Yeah, this is what excites me, and I love it. So, like I said, it is stressful. You have some people that do certain things for money. With social media nowadays, you hop on every wave that works for someone else, and I'm guilty of it. I wanted to open a hair salon because everyone in Philly was opening a hair salon. Everyone was selling hair, and I was trying to do the same thing. But that's the influence of social media, and you have to step outside of yourself and say, okay, stick to what works for you. Lingerie is unique, but it's my thing.
It's you,
yeah,
right,
it's my thing all the way.
Yeah.
So,
it's funny you say that because I'm guilty of the same thing in the sense that before I started my whole brand and movement, it was like I want to do something. You know what I mean? And I see what everybody's doing, like you said. Everybody's selling hair or doing this or doing that. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll sell some hair. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like look for a hair plug or something. Like all types of stuff that everybody else was doing. And then when I started actually doing like videos and stuff to more so talk about my message and my brand, it started to just like naturally just take off on its own. And then somebody actually was like, oh man, you he said it's a friend of mine too, jokingly. He said it's your fake ass wallow. I said delete, right?
Yeah.
Deleted, took it off of him. Then that was like almost 10 months ago.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I still been going. And that is how I know for sure that like this is just what I like doing. This is what I enjoy doing.
Because you're consistent. Since I met you, you've been consistent. And there's times that I've been in the store and I have to lock the door because I'm broken. I'm like, I can't do this.
Wow.
And then a video you post will pop up and you're like, make your presence felt today. You got this. You can do this. And I hop up and I'm like, wow, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Philly is that type of city where they always associate you with someone else.
Yeah,
and it's discouraging and it's annoying, but you know what? Consistency is key.
Yeah.
You know, for someone to say what you're a fake ass wallow, it's like, and you're gonna hear it.
You're gonna hear it.
The
Yeah,
more consistent you are, the more they're gonna be like, yo, bro.
He's serious.
You know, like I'm trying to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you gotta keep it up.
Yep, that's it. And that's like you said, I mean, and that's why I do what I do, because it's people like you who just, and I get random messages. I mean, from dudes like, you know, Keith, good looking, bro. I needed that today.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yeah, like this is why I do what I do. Not so I could have 37,000 followers, not so, you know, I could make millions of dollars doing this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we all get into business to make money, to have a living. But at the end of the day, if you're not getting into a business that you're passionate about, don't get into it.
You
don't
have to realize that when it's all said and done, and you know, anything can happen today or tomorrow. And if God forbid something happened to me today or tomorrow, I'm happy with saying I thought about something and I wanted to do it for so long and I actually did it. So if whatever happens to the store, I'm okay with that alone.
Right.
And it's the same thing with you. You know, like there's going to be people that say, if it wasn't for you or if it wasn't for you posting that video, I probably wouldn't have kept going.
I like that you said that, because I think everybody should want to feel like, okay, if I was going tomorrow, have I done enough? Like, in the sense that, have I done what I wanted to do or that I was passionate about? Did I attempt? Did I try? And all of that good stuff. Because like I it's funny you say that. I just told my dad the other day. Now I don't know. I could be wrong. I told him, I said, Pop, I don't feel like my time is coming anytime soon. And I said, I'm not no mind reader, of course. You know, whatever God wants to happen is going to happen. I said, but I don't feel like my time is coming. I told him, I said, because if I was to go tomorrow or today, Team Ghosty is going to fall flat on his face. Make Your Presence Felt is going to fall flat on his face. Nobody has I have no people like in position or in power to where as though they can carry on this message. Because it's not just about me. The whole brand and message is not just about me. It's about the actual message. You know what I'm saying? And if I was to go today, I don't have nobody to really carry that along. So I don't feel like my time is coming to me soon. Because when I have that in place, then I can feel like, you know what? If I'm going tomorrow, I know such and such is going to hold down the movement, hold down the message, and keep, you know, helping people out here.
I mean, I feel like that sometimes. I don't have any children, and I often think that if something today or tomorrow, God forbid, I don't want to just be known as, oh, that's the girl that owned the store on Main Street.
Right.
I want people to be able to say she was an amazing friend, mother, and so I battle with those things a lot of the times. But this is one of the things I couldn't sleep because I wanted this so bad.
Right.
And I'll have my family eventually. But I also want my children to say my mom was a risk taker, you know, or my nieces to say my aunt is a risk taker. I watched her paint that store. I watched her like put the fixtures up herself, you know. So I do take pride in those things. So I get what you're saying all the way. But the cool thing about what you do is that it's the internet. It never goes away. You know. And you're touching people along the way. So, I mean, there's times I'm so overwhelmed that I don't think about what I accomplished. I don't celebrate it. So, being a year in business, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's just a year. And it was a struggle, and I'm still not making money. But the other day, I had women come by and that wanted to support me, and they said, okay, I'm not buying anything today. I just want to take a picture with you. I want to celebrate this milestone with you. And it made me realize that I'm touching people when I don't even know it.
Absolutely. So, and that's making your presence felt, in which we all can somehow. You know what I mean? And that's one thing. I think I just did a video about that like a week or two ago about we gotta start celebrating our victories, man. Even if they small, like what we'll rather you know, let a small loss ruin our whole day opposed to celebrating a small victory that we know is just a little one step ahead closer to where we trying to go. And that's why I talk about a positive mindset, because again, negativity is going to come. It's going to happen. It is life. You can't have, you know, triumph without struggle. It just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. That's one thing. That, like I said, after your 1 year, you should have been up in arms. Like you know how hard that is for somebody to keep. Listen,
I guess it could be a little bittersweet for me.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
You have these things that you work hard to accomplish, but feel like sometimes you don't have people to celebrate it with. But I am truly blessed, and it's like it's been a roller coaster ride, but I wouldn't change any of it.
Right. And that's why I say you just gotta embrace those supporters and build off of that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's not, even if it's like, for instance, with anybody with businesses, you know, they'll sell 3 items and won't care nothing about the 3 items and 3 people that bought from them. They're worried about the 20 people who didn't come and buy. You know what I mean? And you gotta embrace the ones that supporting you, the ones that's there, and build off of that.
People would say, and these are customers I met throughout the years being in retail, but I remember working at Nordstrom and a customer said to me, oh, okay, you want to open your own store one day? I'm like, yeah. And she said, you know, it's going to be people you don't know that support you the most. And it's nothing against like people that haven't been there to support me yet. But it was shocking to see how many people that didn't know me that's rooting for me all the way.
I know all about it. Trust me, I know all about it. And with that, you just build off of that and embrace. Because the one thing that I learned is when people know us, they don't take us serious. Like they don't feel like we serious about what we talk about. It's like, and this is crazy because I hear a lot of people say, that's why I don't tell nobody my dreams or my goals and all of that. Because it'd be like people that we know, that we see every day, that watched us grow up or whatever the case is, they think we're not serious about something until we get somewhere, and then it's like,
But that's important to be able to say. People are going to doubt me until they see it. You know, when I moved to Atlanta, I had people that said, you're crazy. Why would you move to Atlanta? You don't know anyone. I wouldn't do that if I was you. And when I moved to Atlanta, the same people that said I shouldn't have went was the same people that called me every 5 seconds and said, can I come out there and move with you? So I remember a friend of mine told me when I was living in Atlanta, he said, because you took this risk and made this move, everything you say you're going to do from here on out, people are going to believe you because you did it. So if anything should keep you going, before I opened the store, I had a close friend of mine that told me, you're not going to get approved for that business loan, you're not going to do this, and you're not going to do that. You know, and when they say that someone will put their fears on you, they definitely do. And it should, if anything, push you to keep going.
And that all comes from what happened to this person, that person, or what happened before when I tried this again. My thing is like your trip to Atlanta, your time in Atlanta, where, you know, you was doing your thing, spent a couple dollars or whatever, had to start all over, right? Now you could probably look at that as like a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of whatever. But at the end of the day, it wasn't, because you learned the whole. It was all a learning experience.
The experience, and even with any business you want to start, I mean, I probably started 4 or 5 businesses within living in Atlanta in 2011 and having a store now. You know, each and every experience, I learned something completely different. I knew how to file my LLC. I knew how to get my tax identification number, because I've done it before. You know, so each step I got closer and closer. But what I would say to anyone that's looking to start a business, don't let, because the longest I was like, okay, I have to sit down and write a business plan. I have 30 business plans written, completed. And none of them were for Expect Lace. I didn't complete a business plan until I opened the store, because I was so discouraged writing a business plan. It stopped me. And my credit was another thing. Oh, I can't start a business because my credit, in the process of you working on your credit, that's stressful, and you give up within that. So I say to people, find a way to make a passive income and build your credit that way. Build business credit that way. For everything that people want to, like, social media is so big nowadays. If you have a hashtag, if you have an Instagram page, file an LLC for your page. Build business credit that way. Like, I learned these things throughout the year. I taught myself these things. And you get to a point where you say, okay, I'm ready.
So it's so I'm sure it's women out there, you know, with aspirations and visions of having their own business and all of that good stuff. So like we done already let them know that it's gonna be a struggle. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard. But what are some things that you might, you know, be able to give them?
I will always say, if it's something you're passionate about, something you really want to do, make sure you're willing to make any sacrifices to be successful. You know, if you have to sell a handbag or 2 or a pair of shoes, like sell those red bottoms if you need to. You know, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You can't go out every weekend and, you know, if you're gonna take the risk financially, go all the way. Pay attention to the smallest of details and take pride in your work. Show up on time, professional. But that's all I could really say is take the risk. It's so rewarding, I promise you.
I love it. Well, y'all heard her, man. Take the risk, make your presence felt. You know, do what you're passionate about. I say that every time I go speak somewhere. I ask, whether it's kids or adults, I ask them, what is it something that they passionate about? You know, what do you love doing out here for real? And that's something that people have to start tapping into more, and it'll make for a much happier life, man. Though, you know, it's not going to always be peaches and cream as you try to accomplish what you want to accomplish, but you know, if you're passionate about it, once again, then nothing is going to stop you. So I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate you allowing us to come to your banging store and break bread with you. Let them know where they can follow you on social media and all that.
So social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google. I am obsessed with Google. You can find us at Expect Lace. Google is an amazing tool. Even if you don't have a storefront, hop on Google, put your business on Google. Expect Lace on everything. On every platform, Expect Lace. Y'all heard it, man. Follow her, check her out. If you in Philly, get down here. And you know, men too. We do have men's underwear. We carry a brand called Tommy John, and we're expanding with men's stuff too. I want men to be more comfortable shopping lingerie as well.
Okay.
You know, not just for your wife or your girlfriend, but your mother. Your mother might need a bra fit. You know, she might need support.
Right.
You know, so get her a gift card. Have her come in for a fit-in. Trust me. Yeah.
Y'all heard it, man. Listen, that's another episode of Breaking Bread. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I want to thank y'all again for allowing us to come through and mob the scene a little bit. So, that's it, man. Y'all get out of here.